Welcome to another Telltale Books video. I'm Greg. I'm going to be talking about something that I got into by a very roundabout way. Okay, because I just received the latest issue of Asimov Science Fiction. And it has a new story by Alan M. Steele, but it's a sequel to a story that was published a couple of years back. Okay, so I want to read the first story first. I've done this before with a couple other authors where I went back and I sought out earlier issues of Asimov's or Analog or whatever to read the earlier story in the series and then come back and read the new one. So that's what I think that's what I decided I'm going to do. I'm going to look up that earlier Alan M. Steele story because I knew I had that issue already. And so I could read the two and talk about them. So I went and looked at that issue, and I'm thinking I should go ahead, because I've been wanting to talk about all these things, and I didn't talk about it when that issue first came out, but I can do it, get that whole issue covered now, right? So I'm looking at that issue with the first Lemuria 4 story by Alan Steele in, and that issue has a couple of other stories by authors that are part of a series. And I'm thinking, crap, I'm going to be reading these stories not knowing what the heck's going on. I need to go back and get the earlier stories and read them. So I'm doing that. So I've got this backlog of stuff that's all these series stories that I want to, read the earlier stories of and talk about. The first one, the one that goes back the farthest, is by an author named Sandra McDonald, who I'm not familiar with at all. It was published in the October 4th, 2010 webzine Strange Horizons, which, by the way, and a Hugo Novelette finalist this year by Premi Mohammed was published just last year in Strange Horizons. So it's a very good magazine. They've been publishing some really good fiction. And this work by Sandra McDonald was published in the October 4th, 2010 Strange Horizons. So it's just a short story. It's very short, and it's online for free. You can look this up and read it now if you want. So the title of the story is 7 Sexy Cowboy Robots. Okay. And that's literally what this is about. A woman is married to this really rich guy that runs a company that makes robots. Humanoid looking robots is one of what they do. They also have a lucrative government contract for warrior robots. Well, she divorces him, and in the divorce settlement, one of the things she wants from him are 6 sexy cowboy robots. Or 7 sexy cowboy robots, sorry. And she wants that as revenge against her husband for all the mistresses he's had. That's why she's divorcing him. So he goes ahead and does it. His company makes the robots, delivers them, and they are everything she asked for. But these aren't just sex toys. Each of the robots has different personalities and different skill sets that they can bring into her life, and they do. And so her life is made richer by knowing all these different robot cowboys. Light humorous tone, which seems to be the way everybody writes now. Can't be serious at all. It's well done, but it's really a character study. And it's one where the 7 men involved, the 7 robots, could just be men that she meets after she divorces her husband. So this thing doesn't need to be science fictional at all. This story doesn't need to have a science fictional basis. It could just be literary fiction and be just as good a story. And that's my test. When you can do that, when you can remove the science fiction element and the story still holds together, you don't really have a science fiction story. The science fiction is just window dressing. And that's something I mean, I love science fiction, so I'd rather have real science fiction, but whatever. It's not a bad written story. It's all right. Now, looking up a little bit about Sandra McDonald, she was born in Revere, Massachusetts on October 12, 1966, started publishing in 2002, mostly writing short stories. And this is the only fiction story in this issue of Strange Horizons. Just so you know, it's not like Asimov's where you get 12, 16 stories, you get one and a poem and some articles. But it's weekly, so I mean, you do get a lot of content eventually. I am going to finish off this series. I've got some other issues of Asimov's on order so that I can read more of this. It's just a short series. There are 4 stories. I've got 2 of them. I've got 1 on order. Maybe I'll skip the 3rd one and just go right to the 4th. If you've read 7 Sexy Cowboy Robots, leave your comments in the comments section. Otherwise, like I say, I've got some more. I will be reporting on it. Maybe. So, I don't know. Come on back and see. We'll find out. We'll check this out. We'll read this 4-story series, and that will allow me to move on with more issues of Asimov's. And I hope you'll join me for all that.